What do you want me to say? His boss said. I don't mind one thing or the other. The combustible consumption went back to its normal, and by the moment, that's the only thing I care about. If you are not sure, leave it. Don't get upset. Take your time to think about it. Yes, that's a good idea. Maybe I'm only tired, Raylan said without conviction. But he didn't need it. He arrived home, sat down on the sofa in front of the telly, and turning the look to the window, he decided he hadn't anything to think about. He was going to leave the Torvalds and look for a better way to collaborate. That way was his. The break-up with Sienna took him by surprise. He knew, even he insisted, in playing the heart, she was the woman of his life. After the silliness of the beginnings, he realized that his life was meaningless without her. He had never thought about getting into a family until he knew her. He played the harp, sure he did, but losing her was inconceivable. He took it so much in the wrong way, she put the Torvalds before their love, that he didn't even realize, until it was too late, she hadn't done it. He broke his beloved's heart into 1,000 pieces without knowing he was doing it. He thought he was the attacked one, the betrayed one. He thought he was the abandoned one. He looked at her with coldness when they both were in a meeting. He played the harp, he played he didn't mind, he played he didn't care. That so many playing grew in him some kind of bitterness. Cynicism, maybe. It wasn't when he first saw Sienna smiling to some clever dick, no. It was when he first smiled to another girl. He waited for Sienna's smile back without realizing, and it hurt when he didn't get it. Last, the error hurt. The pride had disappeared, opening the curtain of his biggest mistake, uncovering the loss, revealing the truth. He didn't even try to fill that void. He let it sleep alone at nights, and in the daylight he kept it busy with the active fight he liked. Don't go on your own, Carmela begged. I have to go. You don't say anything, he almost ordered. I won't, don't worry. I'll be quiet, but if you are not back in 3 days, I'll tell your boss. I suppose he can take you out, she said, worried. Don't, I'll be back before that. Don't say a word to anybody. I have to see the city, I have to see it with my eyes. Raylan gave reasons. Why does it bother you so much, the city thing? You are just helping as far as you can, aren't you? She talked more like a mother than a sister. I have to go there. Raylan put an end. He had to go there because the Torvalds had never let him go. They, in their common sense, did it to help unnecessary risks. He, in his distrust, imagined explanations of impossible shams. He got closer in a first moment to the others. The others were even worse than Torvalds. He used them to go into the city. It was the only good thing he found in them. In front of the rusty wire netting, he learned how to find the invisible shield's hollows. In the city, he didn't know whether to amaze or to fear. Maybe relief seeing the Torvalds hadn't lied. They were wrong with the methods, but they didn't lie. Today we are going to stay at the safe house. Tomorrow I introduce to you some of our people so you can see how we work. Chan from the others explained to Freyland, convinced he was stealing a supporter from the Torvalds. Fine, Freyland agreed. Those some people didn't deserve better opinion than the ones he had known before. More afraid even, more cautious. And the wolves brought him back to shoot him down in front of his friends to make it clear nobody can leave the city. One of them was telling scary tales. "When did you say this happened?" Raylan asked, condescending. "Time ago," the other answered. "We don't know of anybody who had left afterwards. It isn't worthwhile." "It isn't worthwhile?" Raylan raised his eyebrow. "That's not what I expected to hear." "Look, we are trying to mend this, but I want to leave. Badly, I know, but leave," the man explained. Raylan began to understand the Toroals. Even he refused to believe the one speaking represented the feeling of a whole city he had imagined smaller. And he wasn't wrong. Not inside, but outside, he found a section more consistent with his way of seeing things. "We don't do much, we catch yellow warts," Beatrice explained. "What for?" Raylan asked. "Obtain information, if they have any, exchange them for someone, or kill them," she answered with coldness.